Hey there everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris Orme and we're back again playing Franchise Hockey Manager 3. So this is the reboot of the series that went down with the hard drive. And today we're going to look over a few trades I've done. Some that were the same from the last game, some that are slightly different, and yeah, I'm still not convinced that the trading is as tight as it needs to be. I'm not sure how it would work in real life, but I think there's kind of an exploit I'll walk you through that I got some really good deals from that I probably wouldn't have been able to get away with in real life. So we'll look at that, but first, onto the staff as promised. So I am only a general manager. I don't want to coach the team. I don't want to be that hands-on. I want to build the team, draft the players, build a squad, hand it over to a head coach and watch him work. That's kind of my role in this. So to that I decided, let's go and get myself a coach who I think I can work alongside very well. So I headed out to Russia. Valery Bragin, however you want to pronounce that, from Moscow. He's a good head coach. He coaches the prospects. He's got good defensive and offensive skills coaching. Decent everywhere else apart from goaltending, which, okay, we'll have a specialist coach on that anyway. You can see discipline, motivation, man management, and a bit of tactical knowledge. He'll do everything that I can't do outside of that head coach role. So, you know, I'm leaving all that to him. He can handle it. I think it'll work out. Now, he prefers not to be very physical in his play, but he does like an offensive style, and that's okay. That's okay. I'll work with that. You know, I'll build him a team to work with, and he can just go out and get the job done. So we've tasked Valery with putting together the best lineup he can out of the players I've got. And I think this entire coaching staff is fantastic. The scouting is going to be great. And the players I've got, I think we should have no trouble being a great team here in the WHL for the first season. So we're starting low down, but we can work our way up. Assistant coach Rob Montaigne was already here. He's a good goalie coach, coaching prospects. He does everything that Valery can't do in terms of coaching, so I'm very happy that he's staying as an assistant, and he's also got a good reputation as well, so happy that he's here. I went out and got myself another Canadian, Jamie Lovell, and yeah, great defensive coach. You can see the skills and defense, very good. He can also coach those prospects, and yeah, very, very happy to have him on board. I think that's a really, really nice addition to add in. Skills coach, again, back to Canada, Matthew Hamilton. Great physical training. He can coach defense, forwards, and prospects really well, and I'm really happy to see what he can do as well, what he'll bring to this team in the support of Valery Bragin and myself, who are going to be running things both from the office and actually on the ice. And then you got another assistant coach. This one's from Russia. Help Valery feel at home. It's Alexander Khodorkovsky, I guess. Khodorkovsky, from Magnitogorsk, Russia. Great forwards coach, good at coaching the prospects, good offensive skills. I think that's going to be a nice setup there. So we got great coaching in all our positions that we need. We've got good overall head coaching. And I went out all the way to China to convince Liao Zhongwei to come and train this team. So he's going to be keeping an eye on injuries, making sure everything is going to be okay. And he's one of the best. He's got a bit of player management, which not a lot of the trainers do. So I'm really happy with our setup there. In terms of scouting, you can see that when I go over to the scouting tab here. So we got everybody's here at least I believe, a good rating in ability, or good or above in potential. So that'll be all the scouting you see. The only ones outside of that are, a couple of the coaches and myself and the trainer, the owner. Everybody else has at least good in something. So I'm very, very happy with how that's worked out. A little bit more potential than ability. That's fine, because we're dealing with young players. We're dealing with players 20 and below in this league. This is a youth league. It's a feeder league into the NHL draft. It's, what we've got to work with. So going that way, I think, will be really, really nice. Region-wise, a couple of Alberta, a couple of British Columbia, so we get a bit more scouting in those popular regions. You can see Ontario, there's another one, 3 there in Saskatchewan, 2 in Skåne, I think it's pronounced, in Sweden. You've got Southwest US there, and 2 in the WHL draft region, which is the league we're in, so that's going to be pretty good. Everyone else has their own region of expertise. I think that covers everything really nice. So I'm excited about the scouting that we got in place. I'm excited with keeping them fit thanks to our great trainer, getting them coached up thanks to our team of assistants. The head coach should be able to get things tactically right and put the best product on the ice, and I'm going to give him all the parts to be able to do that with. So really, I think it all fits in very well. I've spent as much money as I can. I've released a bunch of players and staff, so we're really using as much as we can. Onto the roster. Let's take a look at how things look at the moment. And I haven't changed positions on people, the head coach has. So it's not quite how I envisioned it, to be honest with you. But I'm happy that we've got the players we have. So that's the main thing. You can see here potential. We've got 5 players at 3.5 star, 4 players at 4 star, 3 players at 4.5 star, and everybody else is a 5-star prospect. That is ridiculous. But hey, the game's allowing me it, so I'm gonna go with it. Steele is there, but we've also got Nolan Patrick. We're gonna keep Brooks as well. I think that as one of our overage players, he really does, offer something that a few others don't. So I'm really hoping that he can provide a little bit along the lines here. In defence, then we move down to a next best player. It's Cal Foote, son of Adam Foote. Biased in his favour, of course, because I'm a big Colorado fan, and Adam Foote was a cornerstone of that franchise throughout the only success we've had. That 5 years between 96 and 2001. We owe a lot to Adam Foote, as well as the rest of the players in that team. So to be able to give his son a chance, and let's not forget, Cal is very, very highly rated. 17-year-old, 6'2", nearly 200 pounds, bags of potential, playing exactly the same position his dad did. He's also right-handed like his dad was. So I'm hoping he goes on to have a very, very nice career. We're going to see how that works out for him. But really, really could not pass up the opportunity to grab Cal. As well, we've still got Zborowski. We've still got Hobbs here as well. So I think that's going to work out quite well. We've got Addison as backup. You can see young 16-year-old, that'll work out quite well. I'm going Anderson, Bruce and Clegg on the left defence, with Williams as the young backup. I think that's going to work out really well. We brought Skinner in to go into the net. He's slightly better than Hollett, and I think that's a great 1-2 punch. And unless they both get drafted and they both leave us right now at the end of this season, one of them will be here next year. So I think that works out quite well. On the left wing, we've got some good pieces in play, but really didn't bring in too many. Stadel we brought in as an overage player to make a deal go through. I felt that was quite a risk-free move, I should say, because he's got great stats, he performed for us this year, and it also allowed other deals to go through. The young backup here is Nolan Foote, the other son of Adam Foote. We went and got both the Foote brothers, 6'3" at 15 years of age, absolute beast. Really just excited to see what he can do for us in the future. Like I say, Brooks is here in the centre behind Patrick and Steele. We also got Matheos as well in there. Couple of youngsters to back up as well. Arla's changed over to a right winger. Certainly not what I planned. That's coaching decision there. But Duke, someone we brought in, and again, very decent all over. He's our third overage player, and he will be there on that right wing. So we got a great 1-2 punch on the right. I think we got good, 1-2-3 on the left. I think the defense more solid again on the right than the left, but we've got great coverage there, two good goalies, and a plethora of talent in the centre. So overall, I'm really, really happy with how the makeup has occurred. If we look though at the transaction, you can see that mainly it's been a bit of a weird trading sort of experience. So we get our youngsters and the good players and the backups, what we're picking up, and we're giving away nearly nothing. We gave away Paddock, 2.5-star potential goaltender, and we got ourselves 3 players, the rights to what could be, if things were right, a 5-star potential 15-year-old and a first-round pick. So a little bit of an imbalance there, but Prince Albert Raiders wanted the goaltender, and we didn't take any of their star players. So maybe we can understand that one a little bit. If we look at the other deals, Kelowna Rockets gave us, both the Foote brothers. They give us 3 other players that we can use either now or in the future. We give them a couple of bad defensemen, a half-decent right winger, and the rights to 2 players that were never going to make it. Not really sure how that one went through, but it did. And so, that's where I'm starting to think the trade offers are a little bit still too easy to get what you want. You can see here we picked up an overage defenseman who's 20 years of age. Basically, there was no way this deal was going through. Anderson is a great defender. He becomes our first or second line left defenseman. 3 first-round picks to give away a dodgy defender, a 10th and 3 15-round picks. That's as one-sided as you can get, but I take an overage player that they're trying to get rid of. The deal went through. Nolan Patrick, the best player in the entire of junior hockey right now. The almost consensus number 1 pick in the upcoming draft. We get him, we get Clegg, who's a great defenseman, Matheos, who's a fantastic prospect, and a first-round pick, giving up our backup goalie, our second best centre, who's not as good as Matheos, and 3/4. Why? Because we took 20-year-old Duke back in that deal and cleared an overage player for the Wheat Kings. Now we're keeping Duke, we released Rope, but that's kind of a mechanic where I really didn't expect that to go the way it did, but those overage players really do make the difference in the trade. So if that's something that you like to do, stack a team, then at this level, OHL, WHL, or the QJMHL, I can never get that one right, but you can do that. Take the overage players off the other teams, stack up your lineup in that same deal. But it is something I think should get patched, and I really hope it does get patched to clear up that and maybe make that balance a bit more realistic. 'Cause there's no way that Brandon gives me Nolan Patrick a starting first-line defenseman and a really bright centre prospect for a good goalie, a good centre. That doesn't happen. The picks 1 first for 3/4, that doesn't happen. That's all in my favour. The only thing which makes this go through is Duke. So, a little too highly valued there, bringing in the overage players. Lethbridge, we went and we got Skinner. We got ourselves a couple of youngsters, a couple of first-round picks there. And we got rid of a couple of players there. 4th line, left wing or right wing, I think Holmes was going to be. And our 4th choice, I believe, right defenseman. I'm not sure. And we just cleared out 7th round picks so that we could get Addison in the deal, because I think he's going to end up being a really good player as well. So, good young right defenseman for the future, and maybe filling in at times this year. I'm not sure how much the head coach is going to use him. So you can see we did what we needed to there. We got everything sorted. I was able to put a lot of pieces in place, so we've got a really stacked roster. We're actually under on the contracts because I got rid of a few players I didn't think that we were going to need. We've also sort of got younger, with additions like, we love look here, Nolan Foote. 2 10s, 2 11s, 5-star potential. He's going to be great. Addison, a right defenseman there. He may be short, but 5-star potential, and he's already got good stats. Fonstad down the centre, good young prospect that we can make something out of. And there, Owen Williams, again, solid across the board. Not great potential, but he could be something. So, a 15-year-old, 3 16-year-olds. We got a few 17-year-olds, most of which are actually playing. And then we're up 18 and above. Everybody is a starter or backup goalie in terms of Hollett. So overall, I think that is a fantastic setup. I really do expect us to win so many games and, to take everything that we're in for. I really, really believe that we should be the team this year. And with Nolan Patrick, we are able to possibly fulfill my goal of having the number 1 NHL draft pick this upcoming year taken from our team. So I want to produce the best, I want to work with the best youngsters, I want to work with the best staff, and basically I think it's all in place year 1. And this is this is path to glory. I nearly said road to glory, but this is path to glory. There's no edit mode, there's no forced trades, there's none of that. Let me just let's see, weak kings. So if we went for Lindgren and tried to give up, let me go for a right, someone that's absolutely terrible. So not interested, nothing like that. See, there's no forced trades, so all these trades are available in the basic game. And you have your say on it. How realistic do you think these trades are? How good do you think they are in terms of the game? I believe I played the system and I got a lot out of it. I mean, if you go back to this, that's not what I meant to click on. If we go back to the trades and we look here at the Bantam drafts, I've picked up 4 round 1s for this season, as well as a round 2 and 3. 6 and below, I don't really care about anyway. Because by the time we get out to the 3rd round, we've got 6 picks. Most of the best players are probably gone. There's a crapshoot from there on down, so the fact we got 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13 and 14, not interested at all. Then in 2018, we've got 3 first round picks, a 3rd. It's a bit lighter in that 2nd season, but we can still do trades then to make up for it if we really need to. But we're going to be stacked after this first year. But then you can see we got 5th and below, not really too interested there. And then in the final season, we've got another 3 round 1 picks, a round 2 and a round 3. So, really 5 picks, in years 2 and 3. And this draft, we're going to have 6 inside the top 3 rounds. I think that is absolutely unbelievable when I did the trades that I've been allowed to make. Now, I'm not going to do this every year. I wanted to stack roster year one. I couldn't help myself with, both Cal and Nolan Foote. There's Nolan Foote. The other Nolan Patrick as well. I really, really wanted. We did get him last time. And Skinner. Those are the 4 pieces that I really wanted. And then I wanted to push it to see how bad it would get. And it could have been a lot worse. Like, all these 3.5 stars, I could have had 5-star potential. I could have owned everybody's first round pick if I'd been willing to play the system enough. I truly believe that. So really, shout out to Out of the Park. If anybody is actually watching this video, take a look at those overage players, because it cost like 3,000, I believe it was, to release them. I just went to buy out rights, and I could release for 3,000. So to get Nolan Patrick, I paid 3,000. There's no salary cap or anything like that, so it's just money that would be sitting in the bank. It's just a little bit too much. So I think we need to get that sorted. I do think we need to get that sorted. But overall, I'm happy with the result. And this is the only season I'm going to be stacking it like this and sort of over abusing that. I've got draft picks to use in the future. But, there is that. So let me know what you think about that system in the trades. Regarding trades, regarding what I amassed in draft picks, as well as the player capital that I managed to move and grab onto our team. So yeah, have you had similar in your games? Do you think it's fairly realistic in some cases? Do you think that others, no way? Like the Nolan Patrick deal, I think that is really unrealistic. Some teams might want to trade away draft picks, and maybe their scouts rate my players more than my staff did. I don't really know. There could be reasons out there. If you can think of anything, throw them in the comments. But yeah, I found it a little odd, so I wanted to see what you guys actually thought of that. But that's about going to wrap up the video. This is the squad we're going to use this season. You've seen the personnel here as well. The great coaching, the scouting, the trainer and the head coach. It's really easy to put together a fantastic team at the moment, which I don't mind doing really at this level, because we're going to be changing players year to year. This isn't something where you can get a good youngster and keep him for 10-15 years. As soon as we get a good player, the draft's going to come and take them away. As soon as they turn 20, they're gone regardless. So, now's the time to stack, if any, just to see what we can get done. If we look at the tables here, you can see 8-1, the Pats were up there with the Warriors. Anybody else up at this level? A few more games played there with the Cougars, but they're only 8-4. So overall, that's pretty decent. The only real competition we've got right now at the top of the league is going to be the Moose Jaw Warriors. Without Nolan Patrick, the Wheat Kings are 4-4. And Kelowna still 7-1. So not missing the Foots as badly as maybe they would have. But overall, that's a pretty good set of results so far. Goals for is pretty high up there as well. So we can't sort by these, which is a little bit of a shame, a little bit surprising to be honest with you. But we do sit atop the league after just 9 games. And yeah, I don't expect that to change. I really, really don't. So what else can we do? Stats, let's have a look then. So goals, why? Okay. I would have thought our players would have been highlighted, but they're not. So Steele is in there with goals. Looks like he's racking up 7. Nolan Patrick with 10 assists. And anything else in here? Not really. I'm just trying to look for the logo at the moment to see if that's going to show up. So Riley Bruce, he's doing okay. He's a plus minus of +8. And Clegg is down there as well with +7. Face-off percentages, Adam Brooks is doing a good job there, so pretty decent. 14 for face-offs. That isn't bad at all. Couple of nice stats. I mean, to be fair, he really could be playing in the NHL at some level. Maybe a fourth-line centre. He could be doing something. Probably doesn't have the physicals for that, which is why he's not there. He'll be heading to the AHL, I guess. Sadly. And what else have we got here? Hobbs. Connor Hobbs is here. 25 penalty minutes. Not really a category I like to see my players in, but okay. Hobbs is there. He's taking a few shots at players. And short-handed goals, there's none there. Okay, goalie leaders. Skinner with 5 wins. Okay, so 3 of the wins have come from our other goaltender in that case, which is interesting. Are we really splitting the games between the goalies? Because I don't think Skinner's been hurt. I really don't think he's been hurt at all. Yeah, goal against average, you can see Hollett there, 1.67. He leads the way. Skinner's also 1.67. So they're both playing and they're both doing well. Hollett here, 9.18 in terms of save percentage. So he's actually a better goaltender right now, probably, in stat-wise, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, not too much there. Okay, player stats then. So goals, you can see any of our players down here. So Steele was our top scorer. Anyone else around here? Not really. I mean, are we really just spreading round the goals maybe? What's in filter? Can I filter by team? I can't. Okay. Team stats then, we'll have a look here instead. And we can sort by these. Good. So goals per game, we're 4th, 3.78. That's pretty good. I think those teams will calm down a little. Goals against per game, 1.67. We've already seen that from both the goalie stats. Shots per game, we're 2nd, just behind the Rockets there. 39 shots a game is pretty good. Shots against, we basically hold that down to 17.78. That is fantastic. So you can see we're almost scoring with 10% of our shots, and we're basically conceding 10% of our shots as well. So that's fairly realistic, I think. Decent face-offs. Shot blocks should be quite low. Indeed it is. Hit should be fairly low, but it's not too bad. Not too bad. Takeaways, 59. It's a bit low, but it's not crazy. Giveaways, 79. So we are a risky team. Like, the head coach doesn't want us playing physically, so we should expect to get the puck taken off us a lot without us taking it back. Low hits, low shot blocks, that kind of things. Injury days, we do seem to be fairly decent there. 11 so far. Few teams actually have 0, but we won't worry too much about that. So let's see here. Where are we? 12, that's mid-table. That's decent, I guess. That's decent. Power play chances. Okay, wants to sort by goals for some reason, but power play chances first. Again, middle of the road, that's okay. Power play goals is fairly good though, which means our power play percentage is number 1 at 28.2. No short-handed goals against. We'll just rank those so you can see who is actually conceding. Giving away the short-handed chances, bunch of teams. And you can see here, that's not bad. Now the power play goals against were fairly low down here. We're bottom, but it's fairly low total. I mean, we're 2, which means the penalty kill is 93.9. Few short-handed goals going in, and you can see there the Victoria Royals not really conceded a shorty, but they gained 3 of their own. That is a great turnaround. So when you look over the average, you can see that power play percentage on average is 19.3. We're top there with 9%, almost more. And that penalty kill percentage 80.7. We are 13.2 above that. Absolutely mind-blowing. Really like seeing that there. Team attendance, I would expect us to be decent. We're at full capacity, that's the main thing. Look at that. Couldn't the ice? 13% capacity. Wow. Is it tough to get to? I don't know much about Canadian hockey, but I guess that is... yeah, that's just something that is not easy to get to. Like, that is really bad. So Swift Current Broncos 39, I can understand a little bit, maybe. You know, if teams are playing badly, maybe around this point, and then average 80 to 90s, the good teams get the most capacity. So, okay, not too bad though, not too bad. The Pats there have sold out 6 home games, second only to Lethbridge. That just might be something to do with the schedule more than anything else. Free agent centre, I haven't really looked. We do have room to make things happen if we want to. But you can see really it's players like Rope who we didn't want. Lidal we let go as well. So 20-year-olds I've got no interest in there. And apart from that, there's really nothing much. And yeah, no, we let him go as well. Yeah, no, we don't want to pick up anybody, I don't think. Front office, free agents here, let's see. So it looks like Fisk, I mean, we can't get him, but we can add him to the short list, and I think this might be the thing we want to do. Maybe just build a quick short list of most of these young talents, and that way when it comes time to scout them, we'll be able to know roughly what they're gonna be able to do. I'll probably do that off camera. I will do that off camera. Trading block, this is something I haven't looked at. So who is available? No starters, but you know, we could get ourselves a couple of players for the future. Again, that might be an interesting proposal. So yeah, maybe both of these really, Gallagher and Brennan. That could be decent, because we're going to lose a couple of centres, we know that. And we might lose a defenseman next season, so really if we can get those guys in for some trades, yeah, make some trades and get rid of some draft picks, that could work out for us. So all in all, guys, I'm really happy with how things are going. Let me know what you think of it all. Finances were absolutely fine, And yeah, hopefully we allow our owner to stay desperate, because we're going to give him exactly what he wants. His confidence is very high. I think it should be. We've got loyal fans in a big market with a decent stadium. I didn't realise that. But the arena's 6,000 there, good quality. I'm fairly happy with that. It looks like we're going to be making a lot of money. We're 16th in budget, 16th in payroll. We got money to spend everywhere. But yeah, not really worried about things. So let me know what you think about the team, where we're going to finish. We're 8-1-0, just 9 games in. And you know, I'm really confident about this season. I hope you are too. Until next time though, guys, thanks very much for watching. From all here at the Pats, take care of yourselves. Remember, you do miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So take a shot once in a while. I'll see you guys next time.